Okay, so I had a nice long trot from Ginger's place. That actually got me to thinking. Though it's a bit too late now, I perhaps shouldn't have stolen from them. And I shouldn't have been a bit upset. I guess that's why I had to reload twice. Probably this game's way of punishing me for the theft. Even though there are other ways that are actually more legit in this game. Pardon me, Tsoa.
Greetings.
I was wondering if you will take Ginger back in?
I found Ginger. He begged me to ask if he can return, man.
Why should I take him back? It might be his fault I had to bury my husband.
What?
Why else would he flee but guilt? The men said they didn't see him in bed. He didn't have a clean conscience because he gave those murderers a signal.
That's not true. He fled because one of the attackers recognized him and Ginger was afraid he'd come back and kill him.
Those are just excuses. He wouldn't dare come back.
But they came back the very same day. If he hadn't run, they'd have killed him and everyone else.
Why would they do that?
Why not? They'd already murdered several people, why not a few more?
And now I'm supposed to take him back? What if they come back for him and kill one of my daughters in the process?
The cutthroats who were after him have been taken care of. And the rest have no reason to return here.
And what about for revenge? I can't take him back.
Let's come to an agreement.
I understand your concerns, but you just need to ask Sahanish to leave you a guard. Those bandits might be willing to take on a few stable boys, but not an armed soldier.
I'd definitely feel better if someone was here a few days to keep watch.
It can be arranged. I'm sure Sir Bernard won't object.
Good then. Let the lad come back again. Goodbye.
Oh, I absolutely will. You can count on that. Meanwhile, I'm going to take a nice, long contemplation trot over to... over to Peshek's. Ginger can fortunately stay there. Ginger, this way around. Ginger will not be going anywhere anytime soon. And I got some stuff that I need to unload. Well, okay, unloading all of that stuff off at Peshek actually netted me a nice sum. Enough that I could buy a new horse with. Though I'm thinking one from Mehoye. Also made a stop afterwards by the alchemist in order to brew some savior schnapps. Okay, that is actually going to prompt me to use the one that I had saved up in order to get past these guys. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Wait a second. Nope. No! 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 Oh, dang it. Come on, Mutt.
The heel, Mutt.
What the heck?
Can't hide from me.
Yeah, I am going to replace this horse. I have to replace this horse. Because that courage is not needed. That low-ass courage is not needed. Dang you, Pebbles. Yeah, you bandits can go screw yourselves. Oh well. The money was kind of worth it, in my opinion. Come here, Mutt. You do not need to be going after them. Why the heck do they have to be so close to the hut here? You better stop the pursuit, too. And just as I say it. Good. Alright, Ginger.
You can return home. It was hard work to convince them, so please don't get into trouble when you go back.
Thank you. I'd like to give you something, but I've got nothing, except if you're ever traveling by way of Neuhof, stop by and I'll show you something with the horses.
Well, that actually might change a few tunes. Well, keep that in mind, Ginger, because I'm not a good horse rider in the slightest. I mean, on the way back, I just got a level in horsemanship, but I can choose between heavy-duty pony or racehorse. Neither of which are of particular use yet. Though I admit I could use the speed to get past those blockheads. What I could also do is help out whoever is along. And just hope that I don't get bucked off. No! I don't want to hit the one they're attacking. Oh god, no! Let's go, Pebbles! At least that got them off the road.
To me? Yeah.
Yeah. That was a long road, Sora. Now, who have I got to report to? Oh, Captain Bernard, of course.
Well, well. Look who deigns to grace us with his presence.
I was looking for that boy, and
And you didn't bother telling anyone.
I had to follow the trail before it went cold.
And what if some bandit skewered you and left you for dead? We'd never find you because you told no one where you were going. How
Oh,
will I
that's
explain
what I
that to
felt.
Sir Radzi, eh? I really don't know, my lord. He disappeared without saying a word to anyone. Never crossed my mind he wanted to get himself killed.
I...
Silence! Keep your ignorant mouth shut when I'm giving you the benefit of a veteran's wisdom. You do what I tell you, answer only when I ask, and not go roaming off whenever you feel like it. I'd like to kick your arse back to the castle and be shut of you. But it's true, you're a fucking peasant who knows nothing about soldiering, and it's my job to whip you into shape, so I'm not done with you yet. God have mercy on you if you ever try anything like that again. If you're lucky, I'll only have you whipped and clapped in the stocks. Because if I get my way, you'll be hanged for desertion. I hope we've
It
got that out
wasn't
of the way.
desertion,
I've made
sir.
myself absolutely clear. Now, let's hear what you have to report.
I know who attacked Neuhoff.
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it, then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Ujits.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Ujits. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzik will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
Yes, sir. Before I go, in order to make it up to you, your gracious captain, do you have any work here?
Any chance of some work here, Captain?
That all depends on what you're ready to do, my lad. As I'm sure you've noticed, the roads around here are swarming with brigands.
Aye.
Sir Hanush has declared quite a reward for dealing with them.
So what do you think I should do about them?
We know about one of their encampments. It's to the east of Ratai in an abandoned mine. I don't really mind how you deal with them. Anyway, the leaders generally wear spurs, maybe like they're pretending they're nobility. Who cares? In any case, bring me the spurs, and I'll take it as proof that the deed's done.
Very well. I'll see to it.
Wait. In addition, Sir Hanush has offered a reward for every bandit who's killed. So take a good sharp dagger. You'll get a bit extra for each ear you bring.
Isn't that a bit barbaric?
Isn't that a bit barbaric?
Barbaric ways for barbaric times, my boy.
That does make sense, I must admit.
Yeah, we'll keep it in mind. Sorry, Sir Radzik, that I didn't speak to anyone before I went off to go find Ginger.
Greetings. What business have you?
I have another lead to the bandits.
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
Very well, I'll give you the whole story then.
One of the Neuhoff stable boys, a lad they called Ginger, fled from there and hid out with some charcoal burners. I have to say, there's a lot of them around. I never thought how many forges and ironworks they have to supply.
That's true, but keep to the point.
Oh, yes, sir. I had quite a job finding him. He was well hidden and with good reason. The bandits wanted to kill him because he recognized one of them.
Did he tell you what happened?
He said it wasn't one gang, but two. And one of them took fright when the slaughter started. Seems they were only interested in loot, so they quarrelled with the other lot. Then it came to a skirmish in the woods and one of them was killed. And the rest of them scattered.
And did you find out where they went?
All I know is one of them is from Ujits. I know enough about him to be able to track him down.
All right, but those cutthroats must know who he is too, right? And if they want to get revenge on him or silence him, you'd better hope they don't get to him before you. So drop everything and get on his trail. Find out what he knows and then report back to me. I'm going to our encampment at Merhayed to oversee the security of the region.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. Why to Merhayed?
Why choose Merhayed?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about something else.
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall. Helpless to do anything about it.
I have news about the investigation? No, I don't.
Take care now.
I'm gonna be off to Ujits now. Actually, I have to go there anyways. Gotta learn how to read. Just, which way to Ujits again? Oh! A ways northward. I think it might be best if I fast traveled to Talmberg and then made my way to Ujits. And hopefully there won't be anything along the road to stop me. Oh goodness, it's gonna be late by the time I get there. Oh, nope. This is how fast travel works in Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yes, it is a lot better than some games, but it's also in its own way a bit annoying whenever you have to skip certain events that happen along the roads, like the one that I just passed. And now we can ride from here to Ujits. Yeah. Because this and a few other quests in the main... A few other main quests after this are timed. And I have to get there as quickly as possible. Yeah. As quickly as possible without getting lost, preferably. Nope. Ignoring those guys. Those are humans, and I am not yet equipped to handle them. And I sure as hell am not going to fight or surrender to them either. Sorry about that, Pebbles. Wait a second, this is where the scribe is. Though, first, like I said, timed mission, and I need to find that bandit. Outskirts of town, they said. If only I could remember where exactly it is. Actually, I can ask him. Excuse me, sir.
Good health to you.
I'm looking for a fellow with a limp.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
Must be that farmhand Lubosh. I don't know what the hell you'd want him for, and I don't much care. He's got a cottage on the edge of the village near the stream.
Take care now.
Near the stream, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's right up ahead. Up. The heck is going on here? Oh. Oh, this must be his house. Yeah, that's not looking good.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Sakra. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Yeah, definitely not a pretty sight, I can guarantee you that. Who is Limpy Lubosh?
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
Why did he limp?
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Do you know about anything suspicious?
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any cronies?
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
And where was he headed on the night Neuhof was raided?
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
And when was the body found?
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
I have an idea. Yeah. Too bad I didn't go to the guy in, to the scribe here yet. Otherwise, would be able to read that.
An inscription in blood. It's a pity I don't know how to read. Looks like they wanted to give someone a warning, but who? And a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day.
Mm-hmm.
An inscription in blood. It's a pity I don't know how
Dang
to
it.
read. Looks like they wanted to give someone a warning, but who?
I wanted
And
to
a
look
bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day.
wanted to look at the body.
What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him? That would explain why he didn't scream.
Mm-hmm.
Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything?
Well, you just explained it. Guys, come on! Stop blocking the way!
And them fellows don't come cheap.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Can you tell me anything about Lubosh?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
That man Lubosh who was murdered. What was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much. But I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
I can name a few. Who was Lubosh seeing? This is actually the most important one.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
Never mind
That's all.
then.
Thank you.
God be with you.
The bailiff must know something.
God be with you.
More about
Another
Lubosh.
thing about Lubosh.
Never mind. He doesn't know who he was seeing. Perhaps the priest can tell us anything. Though it is now a bit late. Still, not a bad idea to talk to the parish priest.
Yeah.
The whole scribe thing can wait. The church is just beyond the tree here. Ack! Downside of riding a horse through town. If you're not paying attention, you'll get stuck on a wall. Seriously though, where's that priest? You know what? Whatever. I'm gonna go now to visit that scribe. They might still be open, hopefully. Besides, gotta learn how to read.
Yeah.
And I just went around the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yep, right here. Please still be open. You wait out there with Pebbles, Mutt. Sir? Really? Is he not here? Did I take too long? Hello? Oh, that was trespassing. Oops. Oh, you're just a villager. Never mind. I guess the scribe is closed today. We'll have to wait until tomorrow, I guess. There is actually one person that I didn't think to ask, and that was the Innkeeper. I should have thought about it.
God be with you.
The Innkeeper would know something about Lubosh and who he's been seeing here.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
Gotta love those double negatives. Who was Lubosh seeing?
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
That's all. Thank you.
Well, that wasn't very useful. And he's supposed to be an innkeeper. So, now hopefully the scribe place should be open. And I can get those few days of learning in. Hello, sir.
My respects to you.
Actually, first, can you tell me about Lubosh?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
Have you noticed anything suspicious?
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
What was Lubosh doing on the day of the Neuhof raid?
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
Oh, that was awfully useful, thank you,
That's
sir.
all. Thank you.
Though, that was the primary reason I'm here. Here's the secondary reason.
I'd like to learn to read.
You? You don't look like the makings of a priest or clerk. But why not? I've taught all sorts. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty of time and a few groschen for my trouble.
Oh, we can get started all right.
All right. I don't want to waste time. We can get started. The sooner I master it, the better.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though, and set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces, if indeed time is of the essence.
Here are your groschen.
Then we may as well start. He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here. May he follow his heart.
Yep, that's me
Wake
in
up,
morning
lad.
classes.
It's time we were getting on. So, let's see you read a bit. There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've worked your way through it.
Yes, sir. One day, a countryman going to the nest of his goose found there an egg, all yellow and glittering. When he took it up, it was heavy as lead, and he was going to throw it away, because he thought a trick had been played upon him. But he took it home on second thoughts, and soon found out to his delight that it was an egg of pure gold. Every morning the same thing occurred, and he soon became rich by selling his eggs. As he grew rich, he grew greedy, and thinking to get at once all the gold the goose could give, he killed it and opened it only to find nothing. Read the book.
I've read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
That being greedy doesn't pay.
That being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent. You're one of my most talented pupils. You've uncovered the meaning hidden in the letters. Like I told you, books are valuable, and the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn your way around words will take a lot more reading yet. Now we'll move on to the second lesson, which will be much harder. Many books are written in Latin, the language of erudite and religious men. If you really want to be able to read, there's no getting away from Latin. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but you should master the letters.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me to tackle Latin.
You're a clever lad. You'll manage.
Though skipping straight into Latin from a simple text, that's... Nullus est libre mat malus or amt malus ut non aquila apre prosit. Yep. Read the page.
I read the page.
So tell me, Distrupule, what's written there?
Nullus est liber tam malus ut non aliquid parte prosit.
Nullus est liber tam malus ut non aliquid parte prosit.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had lessons before. Excellent. Well, there's nothing more I can teach you. Congratulations. You can go and be ordained right away.
Thank you, Domine. I'm feeling a lot wiser.
And with a new perk point in reading, which in this case is going to be colleague, to make all books cheaper. And speaking of which, yeah, he's got a lot of books. Primer, which is a skill book on reading. In fact, Primer 1 and 2. 6.5k. Let's see how much this will all cost altogether. That's a nice amount.
Let's have a word about the price.
Well, we can try it.
A nice amount, but can always go lower. Like 60 groschen lower?
Aye, that would do it.
Now, I gotta find out who I need to talk to. Or whose fingers I gotta break to tell me about Lubosh.